So imagine as an investor that you build something so beautiful that you want to keep it. This happened to one of our partners, and he came up to me and he asked, "Hey Mike, how can you get us finance for this property that I just built?" I invited him over and I said, "Hey, come meet us." And so when we sat down with him, we looked at properties 419, 411, and 415 Live Oak in Houston, Texas. These are actually tri-level homes he built right outside of Texas Southern University, extremely close to University of Houston, and also the medical center as well. So
yeah, it was an excellent location. We went, we see all around it. It's a really good area. It's growing up so much. Really, really good properties.
So what we ended up doing for him, which was, we actually had to prepare him, right? So we invited him over. We had I would say 10 plus meetings.
Yeah, we have a lot of meetings because when you're doing something as big as multiple properties, you want to make sure you have all the documentation.
Yeah, so in that case, what we had to do was kind of just get gauge on what his goals were. And so he wanted to start building a portfolio here in Houston, real estate portfolio, right? Because he's used to building and selling. And so what we did, we were able to help him out, kind of run some numbers. It's extremely important to know how to do a cash flow analysis whenever you use a debt services coverage ratio loan, aka DSCR loan. And the main thing where people kind of stumble sometimes, I don't know if you agree with me or not, Laura, is they don't know how to calculate the correct cash flow for these. And so a lot of lenders kind of let you do, oh yeah, you can go up to 80%, or you can do this, and sometimes that's not right because you really need to look at a few things. So Laura was able to quickly jump on and look for taxes, right? Mm-hmm. So taxes are going to be a big part of the calculation. We also look at if there's any HOAs or anything like that involved. What else did we look at for him?
Well, we did an insurance for him, and we did a special type of insurance. Since he wanted to keep these properties as rentals, we want to make sure he has a commercial policy and not just a regular policy for each property. Also, on the taxes, I would like to mention that when they're building from the ground up, probably the taxes that you're going to see is only for the land. And that's not how you calculate. You have to calculate the value of the project already done.
Okay, so whenever you look at a new build or from a builder or anything like that, I'm assuming they do the tax valuations in the beginning of the year?
Exactly. And
okay, so
the building was not there yet.
So the building wasn't there. So when we look at taxes, it's just the land, right?
Just the land.
Which is obviously undeveloped land, so it would be extremely cheap, right? So that's a great point you brought up because that's something you definitely want to look at if you're buying something new, a new duplex or anything like that, is to make sure you have the taxes calculated correctly because that could make or break the cash flow as part of the thing that we have on there, right? So. And then also we look at you brought up a good point on the insurance. I think the insurance is extremely important, and actually having the partners to tell you what kind of insurance to put on there because I think we're able to do a commercial policy and then just stack in. So every time his company or LLC purchases a new rental or anything like that, we just keep one policy and just keep adding, basically itemize each property, right, on that?
No, and the benefit, right? Because that will help him, like if he gets sued or something happened to one of the properties, he also has a liability to help him with any unforeseen events.
I know sometimes there's definitely some hiccups sometimes that happen on these type of deals. So you definitely, one thing I prepare is always work, if you want to start becoming an investor is, have your credit, keep a good tight eye on your credit because even just the slightest little point, if you're at a certain number, just going over to the next block of numbers, right? I always say if it's 679, then going to 680, that could save you a lot of money on interest rate. And then the higher your credit score, the more they'll be able to do kind of saying, hey, we want to refinance this property, but you need to have a 700 to go up to 80%, right? Cash out refinance for these guys to pull out as much cash as they can. So definitely work on, if credit's something that you don't monitor, I highly recommend downloading. There's a lot of different apps out there.
Credit Karma, Experian, all of those apps could help you to have an idea on your credit. If you still need more we can always help you find somebody to help you build the credit. You can just let us know. We'll connect you with some professionals. But yeah, credit in this type of investment loans is very important, because that's gonna save you a lot of money on your payments, or it's gonna help you get a bigger loan to value, meaning if you're doing a cash out, you can pull more money.
So in this case, this particular loan that we did for 4011, 4019, and 4015 Live Oak Street, we did is called a cash out DSCR loan, right? And once again, that stands for debt servicing covering ratio. About a 2-month project, right?
It was a 2 month. We wanted to get it right. We wanted to have all the information in place to make sure this was gonna go well. We did the 3 units at the same time. You can do a blanket mortgage, or you can do separated units. And we're gonna evaluate what is the best decision for our client and present the offers and the 2 different ways that they can do this project.
Yeah, so that blanket DSCR was a pretty cool program. So basically, we were able to put, it's a blanket, so it covers everything. You can put all the properties on one loan. Obviously, the pros on that, you get one loan, and that's what it is, right? The cons are, like, if you just, like, hey, I want to splice off a property and move it to sell one by 3, it becomes a little bit more difficult because you have to refinance the other 2 and kind of just split ways that way, right? But in this case, also, if you go different companies, they offer just a single. So we ended up doing the single for each individual one. For his future plans, he wanted to hold those properties for long-term rentals, Airbnb. But also he said, hey, if somebody wants to come buy this beautiful home in a couple years,
I want to have that option open.
He wanted to have that option open. So that's us listening to our client. And still we were able to get a fantastic rate.
Yes, it was a really good rate. He got also some cash back, so he was very happy with all the process and the outcome.
Yeah, so we had lender credits built into that for him, and we had the process. The team did a great job communicating with him, getting all his documents available for the lender and the underwriter. When we finally found the home of the lender we wanted to use, I think it went pretty quick.
Yeah, I would say like 4th week we were already closing, so that's a really good average for 3 properties at the same time, with everything that implies to.
Yeah, so it's a lot that goes into it. So I think that one of the main things is having that relationship with your account executive for that lender. And this particular lender that we loved, I'm just going to say his name is Tommy. But man, you're talking about somebody who picked up the phone 7, 8 o'clock at night. Somebody who is just
always having an answer. He always had an answer. He will never say no. He will find out. He will find a way, and he will just keep moving forward. He will not stop our loan, delay anything. So yeah.
And that's important, especially with the time frames and stuff like that. So when Tommy was able to just, hey, the loan keeps moving forward. The loans keep moving forward. This is where we're at. Updated us. We were able to update the client. We were able to update the investor too, right? Because the investor, you're an investor, right? You put in money, you want to get your money back out. And so this particular investor was actually really nice, very understanding on different stuff. When we even looked at trying to get payoffs, all that, man, they were on it. They were excited. I believe it was the investor's first time investing into real estate like that, right?
Correct.
And so not only was the builder's first time to bring the property into his portfolio, it was also the investor that helped him start the project's first time to invest. And so I think it was awesome because we got to help a lot of people, overcome that hump of, hey, I don't know what to do. I have this cash, I want to invest it, but I don't know where to put it or what to do, or we have the builder. We got it for you, right? We have the builder for you. We have the LLC company that can help set that up. We have the lenders that could help you with financing. We have the real estate agents that can help you find the property or the land or whatever you want to do. We have the developers that could help you project it out. We have the civil engineering company that could help do the development, put in the sewer, learn how to do, the biggest thing is learn what about reimbursements, right? What would the county reimburse you back for? And we have that right here, in-house, right? So, and that's something that we've just been doing for a long time, and we decided to start doing this because let us help you. We know how to do it. We've done it. We've done a lot of these loans, DSCR loans. You know, they actually was what saved my business in going into end of 2023 when, I mean, interest rates were just astronomical, out of crazy, and purchases slowed down, right? And refinances obviously were out of the question at that point. The next step I took was like, how can I help out investors, right? And bam, we just started knocking out DSCR loans, learning what it means to cash flow, and getting deals closed, right? And so partnering with AEs, and Laura's been a big partner, huge help for me because she also speaks Spanish, right? Sí, right? So I can, muy poquito para mí, pero I mean, I understand Spanish very well growing up. But sometimes...
And that's the beauty of it, right? That we can help all the investors. Doesn't matter with the language. We can help them. And we are really happy in this line of work, right? Helping them with everything from the point A, like what do I do? Do I open a company? What do I have to do? We can help you from day one to start building your investment portfolio.
So we're going to start looking at the property. I know when we spoke with the builder, we promised him like, hey, we're going to go out there, take some pictures with him. And my favorite thing is to see, like, when you know it's a good deal, right, is when you saw the builder was like, Mike, check this out. He was so excited to just show me the wrought iron fencing, right? Or like, oh, I picked this to match this. And like, when you see that in the builder, you know it's a good person and they take pride of their work, right? And like, he talked about the countertops. Why did he pick that countertop? He talked about why did he choose to put a balcony on the second floor looking out to the street? It's extremely awesome, and it was awesome. He showed us every square inch of the properties, right? And so like, here's a few of them, like, I just felt
flooring is beautiful. I like that it's no carpet, so that I think is a must. And a house with 3 floors. I loved the master bedroom. The shower was my favorite.
Yeah, he had shower heads. Double shower heads that were falling from the ceiling. I was like, oh my goodness, this is awesome. Like,
the kitchen with the coffee bar. I'm a coffee drinker, so I love a good coffee bar.
I'm a wine drinker, and he had an awesome wine fridge. Remember, right underneath the island.
A lot of details that you don't find in your regular developer houses. So it was really, really nice touches that he put into these properties.
He did a nice flat framing around the doors, so give it that modern look. Higher ceilings. Black doorknobs, black hinges. So
all the hardware.
And then, so what's cool about this property? Each room has its own bathroom. So you're talking about 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath, because there's that half bath that I remember I almost walked in there trying to go downstairs. And each closet has shelving built into it, so you can organize your purses, your shoes, your whatever else you want to do in this property. Wood floors inside the closet. Each individual bathroom also had a shower, kind of like barn door glass, so you bring it in. It's very beautiful. Even the mirrors, they're not your standard just rectangular mirrors. They're framed. They're framed and they're hung up nice. Lighting's good.
Lighting is nice. It's upgraded.
And he did different, contrast with the tile. So he would do like some gray tile mixed in with some black hexagon tile. Very modern, very beautiful. So if it's something that it's going to rent out quickly to university students, medical staff, since it's so close to all that. He almost made them look identical in the fact of he went high end on certain things, right? So like even like the main wall when you walk in has it's not just sheetrock, right? He put some design in it, put some color into it as well. And the kitchen, let's talk about kitchen. Kitchen's awesome. Yes. Open kitchen,
the island with the blue matching the wall. I love it. I love all the tile going up the wall. I love the display.
The open shelving.
The open shelving.
The open shelving was fantastic. And what she said is the tile goes from the top of the counter all the way to the tops of the ceiling. So it's definitely just like when you walk in, you're like, whoa, you see that eye catcher. And white cabinets with the contrasting darker cabinets on the bottom as well, right?
Correct.
And
it's a lot of storage. If you see, like, maybe you will think that the shelf will take away some storage. No, it's not. It's a lot of storage. It's a really good sized kitchen.
yeah, so he's got storage on the other side too, right by the coffee bar. You said by in the pantry, and it also has a refrigerator already comes with it. So that's a lot of good savings.
That's a plus here in Texas.
Yeah. So the cool thing too that I liked about the property is that it has its own yard. So if you have a dog or a pet or something, or you have your own little backyard or side yard, depending how you want to look at which way it goes, but you have the ability to bring your fur babies,
Companion.
right? Yeah, so your companion, and you don't get that a lot being downtown area, having that ability
In
to have
that
a yard.
area, no, you
Yeah.
don't see it.
No, so and it was
Another
close
good
to
extra.
I think right up the road was
The highway.
was the highway, right? So
Yes.
you can get in and out of work, and like I said, just the location of it and the convenience of it is awesome. And I do know you can see downtown, kind of like in the
From the balcony.
in the landscape of downtown from the balcony. You wait till you see it at night, you can see it all lit up, which is awesome. So he did a good job. I was excited to see him. Proud of his work, and I could definitely understand why he wanted to keep these properties. But man, good stuff. Overall, it was a success, right? It's always success whenever you close it and your client's excited. And he's actually already given us a second project, so we're doing a construction loan for a project where he's going to do 2 duplexes. So we're going to be lucky enough to do the construction loan for him. So we have the ability to do that as well. Then we're also going to be the lender, preferred lender when he sells it. So we're able to offer certain incentives and do the permanent financing on that as well, right? And so we're excited to have this relationship that started from a referral, right? And we just continue building that on. And we have the team in place, and so it just makes things so much easier when you have, I could say, I got it, I got that, I got that, I got that, I got that. So they just look at me like, well, I guess we're going to use you, right? Because it took a lot of time and years to put the team together, and awesome. So once again, it's a win-win. We can help you out if it's even for national. Speaking of segue, we're doing
national
investments for
yes.
national investment, where we have the ability to get your LLC set up, and we're actually working one right now in Tomball, Texas. The developers from Mexico, and I think I've had meetings on that one since January of last year, right? Not 2024, but 2023, where these guys flew in from Mexico. My first time to ever go downtown Houston in a long time. I lived up north where I didn't leave the bubble, or I didn't leave past 1960. But now when we met, sat down with them and kind of just wrote down as much as I can possibly can and seeing what they want to do, right? At that point, they were still looking at buying the land. So my job was to go find the funds that we could use to help them build the projects and all that. So yeah, guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in and listening. If you really would like to have a direct, or if you want to see us to, show you how to do a cash flow analysis, we'll be more happy to do that, especially with rates doing different things. Today we saw some pluses, right? Yeah. And we want investors to come back into play here in Houston. Man, we can do it anywhere though, right? We can go to New Jersey, we can do Florida, whatever you need. These loans are doable. We have the team available for you. And we just want to say thank you so much for tuning in. And I thank you, Laura, for your help on this. And I know Laura learned a lot too as these are going in. And now she can have great conversations, right, with your future potential investors or even realtors that, hey, how do you do a DSCR loan, right? So it's really important to, everybody can say, yes, we do them. But not everybody knows how to work them. And that's where the trick part comes in, is how to work the cash flow analysis to make sure it does ratio in order to close the loan, right? We don't need stress to stress people out, or investors or first-time people.
And you don't want a property that is gonna be a loss on you. No, you want to always have a profit on your property.
Yeah. So if you have any other questions, you reach out to our team, the Mike Diaz team. Our phone number is 936-827-8453. Give us a call, or
You can reach out to me anytime. You can leave me a message. You can send me an email at laura.juanico@ccm.com. Thank you, guys.